Dear students, welcome to our class on apple scab Venturia inequalis. Apple scab Venturia inequalis. So this is a weather-driven disease. Okay, what exactly are the weather elements that we should know as agrometeorologists? In earlier class, we tried to understand groundnut red hairy caterpillar, then locust, third one is apple scab, this is the disease. Now, Venturia inequalis is a hemibiotropic. That means it lives both on the living and dead leaves or parts of the apple. Primary inoculum is released by rainfall in spring as ascospores in specialized structures called Pseudothesia. This may come in the form of a bit Pseudothesia. Ascospores are later favored by sunlight and wind. How? Wind takes them to minimum 200 meters from the source. Another weather element is moisture on the leaf is necessary for spore germination. Spore germination is high at 95%. Asexual reproduction of this particular apple scab is through conidia, which are dispersed by wind and rain, again wind weather elements. Secondary infection is through conidia is favored by wet and cool days in spring, summer and fall. Rainfall not only trigger the release of ascospores but also facilitates the infection of new hosts through the help of adhering and germination of spores on the plant. Severe in areas of high rainfall or high RH during the growing season. Number of infection cycles is significantly and positively in relation with the rainfall, thereby wetting of the leaves or the fruit in addition to temperature. Okay, now see, predicting the infection of apple scab is purely meteorological basis. Once you have the meteorological data, you can predict it, you can control it, you can save lots and lots of crop by the farmers. Okay, farmers should get the money. How? See, apple scab Venturia inequalis, meteorological conditions necessary for infection of apple scab. This is after Wally 1968. Even though Mills had given this table in several countries, in Europe, in Northern America, in India, in Asia, slight modifications what they have taken place for what? Meteorological conditions required for. Now, minimum temperature during the wetting period, length of wetting period required. Now, if minimum temperature is 7, 13, 19, 25 for example, the light infection occurs for 7 degrees centigrade 20, 13, 12, 19, 9, 25, 12. So that means light infection length is this much hours. Okay. For moderate infection 26, 16, 12, 17 for 17, 7, 13, 19, 25. For heavy infestation at minimum temperature of 7, 13, 19, 25, the heavy infestation length of wetting period is 40, 24, 18, 26. That means this particular disease is highly driven by agrometeorological factors, that is length of wetting period of the rainfall, temperature, minimum temperature and humidity. Of course, so indirectly humidity plays an important role. So Mills table, this is what we call this bit also is possible to come. Mills table we call it as it predicts the livelihood of apple scab infection. It is developed based on the average temperature and number of hours of wetness. As I said, of course, this is after Wally 1968. Okay. Now, so that the host plant is exposed to this prediction system has been rapidly adapted with a slight modification across the globe. Okay. Now, how to control this particular apple scab disease? First one, cleaning the leaf litter. Removal of infected woody material from the canopy during the annual pruning of the crop. Regular pruning will improve the airflow again with Again, Agromet is a factor. Regular pruning will improve the airflow and light penetration in the canopy, which inhibits the development and spread of this disease. Next one is avoiding using warhead sprinklers, so that it may ultimately aid in reducing the infection periods caused by the natural precipitation. So, from coming to the chemical control, of course, benzimidazole is, of course, any fungicide, whether it is copper or sulfur, can be very effective. As far as biological control is concerned, cyanide and of course cladosporioids. Okay, this is what as far as biological control is concerned. Then resistance breeding is also one of the things that is being adopted for this cap. Thank you for your patience. Why I have covered this one is it is purely meteorological driven, like groundnut red hairy caterpillar, which I covered. Next one, locust. Third one is the apple scab. In tomorrow's class, I may be covering this potato blight, which is also weather driven. Thank you very much for your patience hearing.